Hi, and welcome to The Right Hook. I'm Susan T., and together we'll be exploring easy but effective techniques you can use to make your writing stand out. There'll also be an opportunity at the end of the video to try out your skills on what we covered. So let's get started. Pack a wallop in your lead. The most important sentence in anything that you write is going to be your lead. It's make it or break it. If you can't grab your reader's attention in the first sentence or couple of sentences, they'll drop off. So let's look at some examples of weak and strong leads. Take a look at this lead. The word failure is rampant in medicine. I'm not intrigued. The lead here consists of two sentences that are functional, but they miss the mark of their true mission, which is to draw the reader into the story. Now look at this lead. Contrast that lead that we just read with this sentence. It has an element of mystery to it. I feel compelled to read further to find out how this is going to end. And by the way, there have been variations on this lead. Sometimes the word happy is replaced by surprise or desirable. This is not a story with a desirable ending. This is not a story with a surprise ending. So the cards are going on the table right now. All of these versions will grab my attention. Now let's go back to that earlier lead. Take a look at it again. How could it be improved? The answer will depend, of course, on the content of the article, but we might end up with something like this. What do we mean by a medical wastebasket? That's intriguing. I haven't heard that term before. Let me read further to find out what this is all about. The revised lead is more of a runway for takeoff. Now, the rule of thumb is that a lead should be 25 to 30 words, but certainly no more than 40 words. That's generally true, but with imagination, you can break one rule, the length of a lead, to satisfy the crucial objective of clinching the reader's attention. Here's a lead that sticks to guidelines about length. It clocks in at just under 20 words, and I think it's interesting. It grabbed my attention. Now take a look at this. This lead is a whopping 83 words. I'll give you a moment to read it. This is more than twice as long as what best practices tell us a lead should be. But the lead works because it's skillfully packed with imagery and surprises. That's brave writing by a journalist who took a calculated risk. So let's recap what we covered in this session. First, clinch your reader's attention in your lead. And second, the length of your lead is negotiable. Let's give it a try. Study after study shows that coffee can boost your mood. Well, right off the bat here, let me say something about this. If something is revealed in study after study, it's a good bet that it's probably something that's in the public domain. It's common knowledge. So I could get rid of the first sentence. I don't need it because it doesn't tell me anything. And the rest of the paragraph is serviceable. It delivers an overview of the story that's about to come, but it doesn't give me much of a reason to keep on reading. Now look at this variation. The writer is poking fun at the law in the last sentence. The topic may or may not be something that has anything to do with me, but I might give it a chance if I think the rest of the story will be as clever as the lead. Try your skill on another example. Take a moment to read this lead and then pause the video. Compose what you think could be a better lead given the information you have here. Are you ready? In this example, the writer started out by pulling into the first sentence the real news that should take center stage. The City Council isn't going to do anything to explain how they'll put teeth in new parking regulations. Now you have my attention. Remember, you've got to pull people into your story right from the get-go with the first sentence of your story. That's your lead. And how long it is will depend on how skillful you are and what you're trying to convey. If you want to share comments, questions, or even writing samples, contact me at therighthook123@gmail. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at my next video.